Hello and welcome to Washington, D.C. I'm coming into Union Station on Metro's Red Line, where I'll be transferring to the DC Streetcar, a modern streetcar line that runs just over 2 miles southeast from Union Station along H Street. The line's been operating since 2016, and it's always been a bit of a mystery to me why it exists. So let's check it out. First of all, the transfer between the Red Line and the streetcar is super simple. Just go up the escalator, walk through the entire Amtrak concourse of Union Station, go up 2 escalators, then back down 1 because the sign's confusing, walk past the bus garage and around an elevator, and finally cross a busy lane of traffic to the middle of a bridge. Our streetcar is pulling into the station as I arrive, and there's a surprising amount of people getting off, many carrying luggage. It seems people have been using this line to get to their trains and buses at Union Station. Our vehicle today is one of 3 cars built by Anikon Trains in the Czech Republic, originally for use on a streetcar line in Anacostia that was never built. The H Street line also has 3 cars built by Oregon-based United Streetcar. You can tell the designs apart because the United Streetcar vehicles have headlights shaped like this instead of this. The streetcar station is pretty bare bones, with a monochromatic map and a small LED display showing when cars are leaving. I will give it props, though, for being fully wheelchair accessible, with audio announcements available for visually impaired users. After a few minutes, the doors close and we begin our journey down H Street. As we travel, here's a bit of backstory. Long ago, Washington, D.C. was crisscrossed by a massive network of streetcar lines, carrying people from downtown to the surrounding suburbs. As time and technologies changed, the city closed its last streetcar line in 1963 and moved on to buses and heavy rail metro. But in the 1990s, D.C. realized that it had perhaps made a mistake. Metro couldn't operate to every single part of the city, and bus routes could only carry so many people. Numerous proposals were made to bring streetcars back to the district, and in the late 2000s, it was decided that H Street would be the location of the first modern line, since local businesses wanted a line there, and the street was going to get repaved anyway. Years of construction delays and a ridiculously drawn-out battle over whether the district could build overhead wires for the streetcars led to the line's eventual opening in early 2016. Today, the streetcar is perceived as a bit of an oddball transit-wise. One refrain I heard a lot while researching for this video was that the H Street line doesn't really go anywhere people want it to, and the route it does travel is already covered by Metro's popular X2 and X9 buses, which extend further in both directions. The line's only real demographic is people who want to get to H Street or around it. To be fair, this street does seem like a place with a lot going on, and there were a fair amount of people taking the streetcar at noon on a Saturday. And perhaps some of the scrutiny placed on the system is unwarranted. Building anything in DC is going to attract more attention, due to it being the national capital and all. Still, one wonders what would have happened if the streetcar was extended out to Georgetown, or down into Anacostia, both places that would really benefit from high-capacity transit beyond what Metrobus can offer. Unfortunately, it may be that choosing a convenient place to build a line, rather than one that could see lasting benefit, will have lasting negative repercussions, as the public still tends to have a neutral to negative view of the streetcar, with opponents deriding it as a money pit. And I will say that my experience wasn't all that great. The car back to Union Station was supposed to pick me up 2 minutes after I got to the platform, but after waiting several minutes, and not even seeing the streetcar in the distance, I rage quit and walked back to the Metro.